she enters the studio, welcome once again. It is Whitney Reynolds with Whitney's Women.
Oh my goodness, it's a new year and we have amazing women for 2019. Okay. I wish that people could see this right now because I have Chaz right next to me and you just danced in your little intro, girl. Yes, I know.
Love the energy over here.
I know,
it's
right?
It's a dance party.
It's a dance party. Yeah. So I have Chaz today as my Whitney's Woman and you run Girls in the Hood, and that's girls with a Y.
Right.
I love it, girls. Girls in the Hood, and tell us a little bit about your organization.
Sure. So HOOD, first of all, is an acronym for Healthy, Optimistic, Outstanding, and Determined. Our mission is to improve reproductive health outcomes among young ladies who live in urban areas considered hood, and also redefine the negative stereotypes that are placed on girls based on their zip codes.
Well, and I love that mission statement right there with redefine stereotypes, because that's good, but also talking about, you know, some of these big issues that sometimes I know as I'm a parent, parents might want to skip over, like say, I'll let someone else handle that talk with my kid. Yeah. But the reality is that they either need that conversation or they could get into trouble.
Absolutely. I mean, we needed it when we were coming up, and I know, just speaking personally, I didn't really get it. You know, it was just be a good girl, and, you know, I had to define what that means.
I'd be in trouble, yeah. I know.
And so I found that hasn't changed a lot. You know, we're living in this digital age. We have information at our fingertips, but still the girls are not getting it. The parents are not willing to talk, you know, and my daughter is 13, and so
she's in the
she's a girl.
You sat her down,
absolutely. You know, I love her, I trust her, but I check everything, you know, and she's everything that I teach these girls, you know, she's right there too.
Yeah. So with that, how did you find out that there was a gap and that you needed to create an organization like that? Because that's what sometimes we have these aha moments of like, okay, I see that something's missing, but we don't really know, here's how I'm going to fill it. How did you decide to step in and say, I'm here, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, well, my career's in public health. I was administrator of the family planning clinic over at Stroger Hospital for about 5 years. I spent maybe 13 years total within the system, but in that position, I met so many teenage girls that were coming in for sexually transmitted infections, for testing, for treatment, pregnancy testing, repeatedly. And I'm seeing the same girl every other month, you know, things like that. And so when I left Stroger, I decided, you know, those girls stayed with me.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And so I wanted to do something to kind of, like you said, bridge the gap between the services that's available to them and, you know, what they know. And I found out that they don't even know, you know, a lot of girls don't know where to go. They're afraid to go and advocate for themselves. And because the adults are judgmental. Yeah. You know, and even in the clinic, I had to have trainings with my front desk staff to say, hey, you know, these girls are coming in for services that they rightfully, you know, have for them.
And
it's not our job it's not our job to judge them.
Right. They need our help.
Yeah.
And so you just saw that and said, okay, I'm going to create this. Now, I know that it's focused on girls, but I feel like with girls, 'cause I'm going to bring Brady into this conversation, but when you educate a girl, girls like to talk. So they are probably just educating the masses as well with what they know and informing their guy friends of what needs to be known as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you educate a girl, I really believe you educate a community. Just what you said, you know, we talk and we talk and we talk. And actually, our program, Degrees Before Diapers, once they complete that program, that's their charge, is to go into the community and to educate others.
Degrees Before Diapers. Tell us about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's our 8-week program that the girls go through. And we talk about everything from the family planning aspect, but also goal setting. Like, what are your post-secondary options? What are you going to do after high school? You know, and sometimes the girls say, well, I'm going to Harvard. Really? Because your GPA is 1.5. Like, what are we going to do? So just setting smart goals for them, helping them to map out a plan so that they're not just caught off guard and they go on to get that degree.
You are so amazing to me. I mean, like, we have a powerhouse. I mean, what a way to kick off Whitney's Women for 2019.
We got the healthy and the determined down.
And the goal setting, too. So with this now, it's called Girls in the Hood. So I know that hood, you had words that stood for hood, but it also, you consider the places where you are technically serving the hood. Is that what?
That's exactly right. Our service areas are like Inglewood, Woodline, Roseland, all of those places. And what I tell my girls is, hey, I don't care that you live in Inglewood. That's not an excuse for you to act a certain way or to be a certain way. And it definitely is not a barrier to you becoming successful. Like, you still can do that. For me, hood is a lifestyle. You know, if you keep those 4 pillars, you know, health, optimism, you got to have a good attitude, outstanding, going above and beyond, not being average, and, you know, giving your best, and then determination, like you're going anywhere you want to.
How did you determine, because I know when we were talking before this segment, you were like, we go into the hood. How did you determine what the hood was? Because Chicago's very you know, it's very big, and there's so many different areas. So how did you say, I'm going to pick this area or that area?
I go where I love. I'm from Inglewood. You know, I was born and raised in Inglewood, went to Dunbar High School and so forth and so forth. So I'm truly a Chicago girl.
You really are.
And I still go there. My grandfather still lives there. I go and sit on the porch with him. Like, I'm still very involved. And so, yeah, I go where I love.
And because you grew up in that environment, you saw what needed to be done.
Oh, yeah. And not much has changed. So much has changed, but not much has changed. You know, in terms of the young people, what they're experiencing, I experience some of the same things. And who else can tell? Like, sometimes people think you have to have this perfect lifestyle, or, you know, that people feel like they're not good enough to mentor or to help someone else. But really, it's our pain. You know, it's the troubles and the things that we've been able to overcome is what helps someone else. And so I have a lot of those stories.
Oh, that's so
you know.
beautiful.
I'd like to hear a story. I mean,
Yeah.
just a success story, because I mean, this
Yes.
is kind of cool. I mean, I know you have a million of them, I'm sure, but like, what's an ideal goal to accomplish with Girls in the Hood?
Well, we want to expand. Like, we want to go in other hoods, because I want them to know, you know, Lincoln Park. They're girls are girls, regardless of where they are.
Absolutely.
They're gonna have these ideas of wanting to have sex, and I think that as long as you get the facts before you act, you know.
And that's what you're doing. You're educating. And I think education is one of the most powerful tools out there. And Girls in the Hood actually has a big event coming up.
We do.
And it's just going to make you get very hungry right now. So everyone, keep focusing on the roads if you're listening and driving, because it's going to make your tummies rumble. Tell us about what's coming up.
So we are preparing for our Chili in the Hood event.
And that sounds so good.
I love chili.
Chili in the Hood. I'm just like, I'm drooling right now.
Just buy me 4 tickets right now.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah, so we have, within Girls in the Hood Foundation, we have a service squad. And that's where we bring girls together to look at communities. They identify what it is, what they think the problems are in that community. We brainstorm on solutions, and then we implement. And so this Monday coming up, Martin Luther King Day of Service, we will be doing our event, the Chili in the Hood. So we're going to Woodline, Roseland, and then the tent community down on Roosevelt. And so, yeah, we're going to take these big pots of chili, and we have coats that we're going to give away as well.
Because it's chili and coats.
Because it's chili and coats.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to say, like, chili with the food, but also chili with the resources and I just feel like it's frosty in Chicago right now, you know, in terms of funding. But, you know, for organizations, things have dried up. People need help. And that you can be, you know, in an apartment and still be hungry. It's not necessarily homeless.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are going through hard times. And so we're going to take advantage of that day and just come out and fellowship and engage with community.
And I love that it's on Martin Luther King Day. Oh,
Absolutely.
That's special.
Absolutely.
So you're going to be doing that on Monday. How can people get involved with this?
They can go to our website, www.girlsinthehood.com, and that's GY.
With a Y, yeah.
And they can donate. You know, we are accepting donations. We have all of the traditional, you know, the PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, all of that stuff. Or you can come out and help us.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And so people can actually serve the community, that you can actually get involved. And what I have learned is sometimes when you get involved with one event, there you go. You're back, and before you know it, you're a girl or boy in the hood volunteer.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
We have a great time. So if someone come out and volunteer with us, we'll see you again.
Are you looking for actually coat donations too?
We are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The more donations we get, the more people we can feed.
So new or gently used?
Yep. New and gently used coats, and then just monetary donations for us to buy more product.
That is so neat. I am so let's share one success story, because I mean, whenever Brady asked for that, I was on the edge of my seat, and then we went down another. Like,
okay.
Tell us one.
I'm sorry, Brady.
We want specifics here. Spill.
So you want a success story about one of the girls?
Yeah, but we'll leave the name. Like, the name will stay off air. But give us a very good success story.
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because what I like to say is, for us, or for me, a performance benchmark is of success: increase knowledge and reduce behavior. So that's what I'm looking for when we say success, because we have girls. I may have a girl who is having unprotected sex with 2 or 3 guys, and by the end of the program, if she's now consistently having, protected sex with 1 guy, for me, that's a success
because
story.
You educated her, and now she knows what could happen from all that.
Yeah, and she's reducing her behaviors, bringing down the number of partners and things like that. So for me, that's a success story. I've had girls who were barely making it through high school. They were having fights all the time, just dealing with all of these different issues that we don't think about. But you know what? She pulled herself together senior year. She hasn't had any sexually transmitted infections. She hasn't had any unplanned pregnancies and things like that. No fights at all. I'm very proud of her.
Oh, yay. That is so great.
And she's going off to college. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. I mean, 2019 Woman of the Year right here in January. Ches, you're amazing. And I'm so honored that you came in today and shared the story. I mean, you're really out there being the light. And so hopefully people can join the force and get involved with the Chili and Coats this Monday. And you said girlsinthehood.com. Okay.
Thank you for having me here.
And I know, Whitney, you've got some stuff coming up as always, per usual.
Yes, we do. We have a big announcement coming up with the Whitney Reynolds Show in the spring season. I say that every season.
You always have these big announcements, but then you tease us.
I know, I'm going to tease. But you know what? It's really exciting, because what has happened with the show is, we're a topic-based talk show that's about provoking positive change. And I think that's what the world needs right now, is some positivity in their life, but also not being naive to the fact that these are real-life issues we face. So in our spring season, coming out March 25th, you'll be able to get a glimpse. We're kicking things off with Self-Image. We have Amy Schumer's new movie on there. She's on there. I mean, it's a great show kickoff to the new season. And then we also, I'm just going to tell you a hint to what my big announcement is. But my word in 2019 is growth. And so with that, that's just a little teaser, but it's going to be a good year for the Whitney Reynolds Show. And it's honestly because of viewers and listeners and everybody coming together and saying, we want positive change in our lives, and they watch the show. So every Monday night at 6:30, you can catch my reruns right now, but our new season kicks off March 25th, and you can get all that info at whitneyreynolds.com.
Wow. Perfect. Whitney, let's grow together.
Let's grow. Growth.
We'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You did so great.
For more information, check out whitneyreynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.